Good afternoon, everyone. Eggs back in the news. Costco. Bitcoin ATMs going into Costco. Sumerian text with grain ledgers. Hey, let's look at some ancient maps. Well, a new map, the 10 kingdoms, how our world's going to be divided while we're distracted with the blitzkrieg of news headlines. Our world's moving so fast. The old world's gone and the new one's here. The distractions. The news spin. If it wasn't toilet paper, now it's eggs. Need the eggs, got to bake your cakes. 100,000 organic eggs stolen from the back of a truck. Oh no, get scared is what the news is trying to tell you. Why are they so focused on eggs? Images like this coming out, people fighting over eggs. Yeah, that one person's trying to take all those eggs and the others in the store like, whoa, you can't take all those eggs. That's unexcusable. This kind of, overbuying. What are they going to do with that many eggs unless they have a restaurant that should be there? On the vendor's pass going in, that's unexcusable. That's hoarding, in my opinion. So now people are getting angry. Like you see somebody walk by with that many eggs and you can't get any for your family. What do you think? That's why we're seeing limits now for purchases. And here we go. In 10 minutes, another Costco. This person's loading up that entire cart with eggs. And then they're gone and they're like, where are the eggs? Well, they're out of eggs. And you're seeing these kind of news stories. Egg shortages everywhere. No, it's hoarding. It's one per. Is that okay to get an entire egg? You probably got like 500 eggs in one cart there. That's why we're seeing limit one case for order for eggs. Have some common sense. Unless you got a restaurant where you're needing that and you got some sort of business account at Costco and you're taking all that, it was the same exact thing messaging from the media. Oh, there's no toilet paper during COVID and you got people stacking their carts to the Himalayas. I'm the dude rocking through with a whole cart full of food, looking at these people with things just miles above their carts with toilet paper. Now we're seeing the same thing with eggs. It is the media driving the fear of the egg shortage. It absolutely is. You go to other countries, it's not happening. Why is it focused right here? And why is everybody getting so, I got to get 500 eggs at a time? And then that just drives the shortage. And we're starting to see the video, there's a fighting, there's violence now. Look how the media is spinning it. What's going on behind all these news headlines right now that you're distracted? Because I didn't choose this life chose me. The memes are popping out about the eggs. You can find them. A dime a dozen. Oh, wait, no pun on the dozen eggs. Wait, I can't find a dozen eggs. Empty shelves. Oh, run. Grab more. There's more empty shelves. Be scared. Be double, triple, quadruple scared because the media told you to be. Due to recent egg supply shortages, fresh eggs that meet our high quality standards are limited in quantity. We appreciate your patience as we will work to get all egg varieties back in stock as soon as the mind spin for the masses is complete. And a little bit of egg storage here for those of you who are in possession of extra eggs. Freeze them. Just like this, put them in a bag, mark it for the date, and use those first. You can freeze eggs if you didn't know that. And the egg prices in Mexico, $1.98 a dozen, $1.89, $1.84 a dozen. United States, $7.42 a dozen, and climbing as the media pushes you into overbuying. You got to get it because nobody else has it. You got to get it. I'm going to be left out. Did you know a 2024 study found collagen supplements can boost skin hydration by 14%, improve elasticity by 23%, and reduce wrinkles by nearly 20% in just 12 weeks? This is your sign to use collagen to transform your skin from inside out. That's why I've been using this amazing product for the last few years. Unlike other collagen supplements, this collagen uses the top 5 types of collagen for skin health. This premium collagen blend works together to help reduce visible signs of aging, reduce wrinkles. I just mix it into my morning coffee or smoothie, and you can too. Try it yourself and start healing your skin. Place your order while it's still 51% off now, only at healthwithadapt2030.com. Plus, you'll also receive some free bonuses like the 14 foods for amazing skin, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free shipping if you order now. This offer is only available at healthwithadapt2030.com. That's health with adapt2030.com or click on that link in the description box below. You're going to be left out of Bitcoin too. Costco putting in the Bitcoin ATMs. Remember, they were the first to jump on selling silver and gold bars in Costco. 1 ounce gold, 10 ounce, I think it was Canadian Royal Mint 10 ounce bars. And now they're offering Bitcoin. You can see the future so clearly. Costco. Arrowhead for those with awareness. Also Bitcoin, where do we see this? Oh, Davos. They're also talking about Bitcoin to all the participants that were at Davos this year. Yeah, World Economic Forum. Talking about Bitcoin reserves for every single nation. Gold too. Let's read it here from Forbes. Governments and central banks around the world from Washington to Zurich are engaged in discussions about the role of Bitcoin in national reserves. Yep, even bottom paragraph here. Trump outlines creation of a U.S. Bitcoin reserve to enhance economic stability backed by stable coins, which is de facto a U.S. dollar in a digital form. We don't need no stinking CBDC. We got Tether Treasury pumping it out, Ripple Net, on-demand liquidity. What else could you ask for? We're going to rule the roost. That's why they want to bring it back and have America leading the crypto charge, because whoever controls the stablecoin market and the on-demand liquidity market and the DLT ledger settlements wins. And happy February 10th to everybody out there. The EU is going to permit 4% UV-treated mealworms powder in food products such as bread, cheese, and pasta starting today. Mark it on your calendar. World UV-treated mealworm day on the calendar. I think it should be a national holiday. EU Commission bringing changes to the food market. The use of powdered forms of mealworms as an ingredient, as long as they're UV treated. Good to go. In baked goods. Hard to run away from this one. It's going to be everywhere, and it will absolutely be in everything, like your high fructose corn syrup. And reading into that second paragraph there, jams as well. So if you thought you were going to hide in the sweets and get away from the cheese, the pasta, and the bread, they're going to throw it into what's called jelly. You think Sumerians would be into this? Because what we're looking at here is the world's oldest spreadsheet on Earth. It's a grain inventory sheet. Oh yeah, I'm going to wide that out for you. Meticulous. And remember, grains were so valuable in the past. The silver weight was based on how many grains. It's the opposite. We just use the silver to buy it today. Before, it was the amount of grains that equaled the silver weight. It was inverse of what it is today. That's how easy it is to get food and how valuable it will be if it goes away some way because of X, Y, or Z factor. Ancient Sumerian clay tablet featuring cuneiform script writing system, Mesopotamia, 4,000 years prior. It's a spreadsheet for barley, beans, and peas. And if we do step back in the past, that's where wheat and barley came in and measured by the grains. I do think it was 248 grains of wheat would equal 1 piece of silver, or barley was 4 times more than that because it was so much more plentiful and not such a highly sought grain. Wheat was the king of the roost, if you will. That's why so few grains equaled the silver weight in itself. There's a lot of studies been done on what the previous amounts of grain. So even if you lost one grain, like 1 grain of rice, 1 grain of wheat, your measurements were completely off. So what you consider an entire bag today of like a 50-pound bag of wheat, oh, you'd be stacking the silver for that. Nothing like today where a 50-pound bag of wheat I could get with 2 silver rounds. Back then, the precise weights and measurements of your grain, like you'd have to work a whole day to get, you could exchange out for the grain or the silver, but a lot of people would take the grain instead of the silver or even slice like a sliver. And when I say sliver, I truly mean that. As in like 1 grain equivalent to 1 piece of silver equivalent that they would take home as a store of value in addition to the grain that they needed to feed their families. Oh, there's been tons of research done on this, speaking of weights and measures, but you get the picture. We have it inverse today, and we are so lucky that we're able to grow bountiful crops to the point where we don't even think about it anymore, that it has that much value. But in the past, it did. And I think those times are coming back right now. And we got Controlling the Game, a book title which you should read to understand the future. Yeah, these things are real. While you're distracted and everything going on behind you, like I say, look out in front. The media is distracting with the blitzkrieg. What's going on behind us? Technocracy Incorporated 1930s map. Truly, this is a real map from 1934, I believe. Technocracy of America. And what does it include? Greenland and Panama. Who was talking about that recently? I don't remember exactly, but the 1942 map of the New World. Now, a lot of people were saying they were expecting this after World War II. Or is it? Or is this the plan after this next war? That's the question, because these 10 kingdoms dividing up the planet included with Greenland and Canada and United States all the way down to Panama is one sector. These are divided by sectors, 10 of them, each with their interoperable. And you'll see Europe also, here it is, the 10 kingdoms map for you. And it shows exactly which countries are going to go with which sectors. Now, there might be some slight changes in our modern era, but remember, this is drawn up in the early 1970s based on the previous maps drawn up in the 1940s. 1942, how did they know when the war would end to draw that map anyway? Perhaps they knew the war would conclude and then this was going to be the next, number 3, and then after this, the progression. It does match up with today's world. Is it an illusion? Are we all being hypnotized, walking through the labyrinth? Because while we are all distracted, plans move forward. I appreciate you watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Please share with your friends and family. See what they think about some of these ideas. And also, join us on X at Civ Cycles, Civilization Cycle. Also, we're going to be talking about this in depth this Thursday night, 10 p.m. to midnight. Civilization Cycle live radio show, 10 p.m. to midnight, Thursday night, Revolution Radio, civilizationcycle.com. If you're interested in these topics, that's where you're going to want to be Thursday night. See you next time. Bye for now.